Hi, I'm Kenny Mills, Associate Executive Director for the Lexington Family YMCA, and I'm afraid of animals.
And I know Kenny Mills as a branch exec at Northwest. I believe it was July 2009 we hired Kenny to be the child care director. And Kenny had worked for us about a week, and Kenny and I were in my office meeting and talking about something very important, I'm sure budgets or programs or something like that. And earlier that day I had found a kitten outside, and I saved the kitten and brought it into my office. It was a very feral cat, so it was hiding in my office. And just to give you an idea, this is what the kitten looked like. This is the kitten, little tiny kitten. It probably weighed 3 pounds. Just to clarify, it did not look like this. It looked like this. Again, not this. Okay, so keep this in mind as I tell the story. So Kenny and I are sitting here, we're talking about important things, and this is the little kitten that was behind me under my desk, and it hadn't moved the whole time. Well, all of a sudden the kitten decided to run from one corner of my office to the other corner, and it happened to cross the path of Kenny. So I was sitting here, and Kenny was sitting there, and the kitten ran from underneath my desk across the room. So here's me, Kenny's new, a week, I've known Kenny for a week. We're talking, and Kenny knew the cat was in the room, and the cat, I see the cat come out, and I see Kenny look at the cat, and this is what Kenny did. Kenny's talking to me, and he saw the cat, and he freaked out. He screamed like a girl, and he jumped up onto his chair like this to avoid the cat. The cat ran and hid under something over here and hadn't been seen since. But no, she's my cat now, and she's a great cat. But that's what Kenny did, is after knowing me for a week, I'm his new boss. He screams like a girl, jumps up in his chair, it wouldn't come down until I promised him that the cat wouldn't come back out again. So that's my story about Kenny Mills. Kenny Mills is afraid of all animals, big and small. Sweet little kitten, 3 pounds. Caused Kenny to scream and jump on top of his chair. So that's my story about Kenny Mills and his love and his fear of animals.
That lovely ball of fur is Bubba, the German Shepherd. Bubba is not an attack dog. Bubba is not trained to kill. Bubba is actually trained to help people that are blind. So he is an amazing dog. However, one of the most fondest memories I have of Kenny was last year. We had a mom, she drove up in her big red SUV, and Bubba was in the passenger seat. Kenny immediately saw the dog from a mile away, in all its little German Shepherd brown and black wonderfulness coming towards us. And Kenny automatically just backed up and said, "Man, I'm not doing this." In which case I stepped in with no fear, came with the mom, signed her out. In which case Bubba, the loyal dog, decided to jump out and run around the YMCA area out near the day camp shelter. It took us about 10 minutes to get him back. The whole time Kenny was screaming and yelling, trying to get the dog. The dog had his tongue just lapping in the wind, playing with the kids. Kids were laughing, and Kenny was so stressed out. Came back, started kind of fussing at the mom, said never come back again with that dog. Mom was apologetic. But it was a hilarious moment. Kenny had almost a heart attack. Didn't come back the next day.
So why now? Why am I so willing to put my fear aside and ride a horse? Well, luckily here at our Lexington Y, we have a 28 horse stable, and we house horses here. All of our campers get a chance to ride horses during the summer, and I think that's a really awesome opportunity that really every kid that wants that opportunity should get a chance to do. I don't want kids to have a fear of animals like I did, and so one of the great opportunities we can do is give them a chance to be around a real live animal, to ride a horse at camp and to get a chance to experience that. And sometimes some people can't afford it. And so here at our Y, we actually have a campaign that we call Partners with Youth. It's the way that we raise money to give scholarships for people that can't afford to participate in our programs. And so I thought, you know what a great opportunity. I'm going to put my fear aside. Let's put me on a horse, and I'm going to need you guys to raise some money so we can do that.
Kenny is doing something that I admire. I think it's a great goal to raise $4,000 and to help offset our programming for children in need. A lot of our branch directors work long hours and raise a lot of money, but not many of them have said that I'll ride a horse that I'm petrified to be on in order to raise that money. So I think he's doing a great thing, and I, for one, will help contribute towards this and be a witness, hopefully, to his riding of the horse for the first and probably last time.